In this video, I'm going to be fixing one thing that's kind of bugged me about the NSX since I bought it. Just let me show you what it is. Okay, so if you caught in the previous clip on the brake lights coming on and you didn't really notice anything out of place, you might want to just re-watch this section here. So as you can see, basically on my third brake light, this is an aftermarket Seibon spoiler. So it's basically a copy of the NSXR that was on the NA2s. But this has a third brake light in it. And only, I think like the last little, like not even like quarter, but more like fifth actually light up. So today we're gonna be replacing this. I found an aftermarket solution off of eBay. So let's get ahead and just see what it looks like. Okay, so just on the underside of the spoiler, you can see that the third brake light is just held on with a few Phillips head screws. So we're just gonna go ahead and remove those. Okay, now this is probably gonna be a weird continuity thing, but as you can see, I have two lights that look very similar in front of me. In the previous clip, I would have been showing you one that was smoked, and me talking about how I wanted to kind of keep it a little bit more subtle, match the carbon wing, etc. Short story, it didn't fit. So the company that I ordered from, Spoilerlights, I believe it's Spoilerlights. Actually have the box that the new one came in here. Struggling. Spoilerlights.com. So the company that I bought my previous wing off of, they advertised that specific one to fit on a Seibon NSXR style wing, which is what I have. Unfortunately, that one didn't fit. It was actually too narrow. I reached out to a company and it turns out there's two different types. This one isn't advertised as fitting this specific spoiler, but as you can see, well, it has the tape on it right now just to protect it during shipping, but it has the same mounting holes and it matches the length. So this should be a drop-in. Unfortunately, this one didn't have a clear or a smoked version, so I just went with red. I guess it's fine, kind of sticks with the theme of the car. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and now put this onto the car now that we have the right one that fits. Okay, so off camera, basically when I was removing the old light, kind of snapped the wiring, but that's okay, that's something we have to do. So there's just a positive and a ground wire here. The new light comes with quite a lot of excess. I believe maybe the intention is to route the wiring through the wing, but I'm just gonna connect it kind of at the shortest point. And it looks like there's provisions that we can tuck the wiring inside. So yeah, cut these back. I'm just gonna join them together and then we can go ahead and button up the install. Okay, so now I have the new LED spoiler light installed onto the car. One thing I will wanna note, so I was doing some digging after I realized that the first spoiler light wasn't the correct one. So this is, I believe, like a 19 or 18. I'll put it in the little description if I figure out which one it is. I think it might be a 19, but inch width. With these lights, and apparently this spoiler, there were two different types of lights that actually came with it. One where basically where the center screw mounts, there's a recess within the wing itself to allow for actually, sorry, not the wing itself, but the light itself to allow the wing to clear. Now, some had that recess all the way to the left and some didn't. Mine didn't, so I actually had to cut out a section just a little bit to the left of where the center screw mounts to clearance it to get this to fit. I have read online that there are basically kind of off-the-shelf light kits that they don't make those two different versions. So if you get one that doesn't fit your wing, you just most likely have to recess that hole. But once I did that, mounted everything up, as you can see in the previous clip, it lights up. I didn't actually get a clip of the previous brake light that was on here before, but I think it only had like 2 of the LEDs on the left side that were actually working. So yeah, so this is gonna be nice to have, fully functional. Wife always kind of bugged me whenever she was driving behind me that, hey, your brake lights aren't working. So that's fixed now, which is nice, and it's a full new LED panel. So all the lights are functioning, and that'll be great when I'm actually braking and hopefully people can see me, because for some reason a lot of people don't see me when I'm in the NSX. But yeah, kind of a long process in terms of recording, just because I had the wrong light ordered, etc., and then I just haven't really had time since I got the new light in. But hopefully you've enjoyed this little DIY. Overall, relatively pretty simple. Like myself, if you have the clearance of the wing, that's probably the most difficult part. Connecting the new light, it's just the 2 wires, so it's actually pretty easy. Unfortunately, I didn't actually have a lot of, I guess, play within the wiring to shove it into the wing itself, so I kind of tucked it behind. It did actually still mount the light flush, so, but yeah, I think best call was basically cutting off all that excess wiring and just leaving a short amount. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little video. Look forward to more NSX content. See you in the next one.